Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 55 of From the Van. It's a podcast from my van where I have conversations with people who have relationships with residential vehicles. I'm your host, Marty Benson, and today's episode features Shane Dennis and Jarrod Tocci. We are sheltering in place in Oceanside at Colette's mom's house during the coronavirus pandemic, and we can't see our friends anymore. So, I invited a couple of guys that have already been on the podcast that I'm close friends with to come on and do a Zoom video conference version of the podcast, because that's sort of the best way that I can think that we can proceed at the moment. And we're close friends with these guys, so it went off the rails. It's a silly podcast, but we had a really good time, and just to be a little bit mushy, it was actually really great to see these dudes that we were hanging out with constantly and then hadn't seen in several weeks. It was really good to catch up with them. Hopefully something about the conversation is fun for you. Sorry if it's a little too stupid, but that's what it is. Please enjoy episode 55 of From the Van featuring Shane Dennis and Jarrod Tocci.
Hey, Jarrod.
What's up, Shane O'Shane?
What's up, man?
What you guys doing?
I'm going to Arizona. I'm in Arizona.
I actually decided to start daily vlogging because I'm bored as shit.
Right?
So you guys are going to do a little vlog action with me.
Great, dude.
Sweet.
And like the vlogs are only going to be like 5 minutes long, so I'm like doing very quick clips.
Nice.
For YouTube or IG?
For the YouTube, because I need money.
Yeah.
Are you recording this now, Marty?
I think so.
Okay.
I hit the record button, and it says it's
Okay.
I've never done this before, so hopefully it works.
Guys, I am now doing a podcast from the van. There's Marty and Colette, and then pull up Shane. Can you switch over to Shane?
You got to hit the gallery view, bud.
Yeah. Scroll over.
Where the F is? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
I'm learning something new every day. Thanks, guys. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys that we are doing a little podcast action with Marty Benson and Colette. Oh, I'm not even in frame. And they're doing a From the Van podcast, I think, right now. So at least we're keeping busy, right?
You're showing off your new computer. I mean, your new camera, dude.
Yeah, dude, I love this thing.
Is it the 8?
It is the 8.
Nice.
What's going on? I heard they're giving out tickets like crazy in Encinitas.
Really?
Dude, wait.
For
Van
what?
tickets?
No, tickets like people violating public spaces.
Yeah, man. People have been really fucking around, dude, and like hanging out outside, all congregating together and stuff. They tried closing the beach a couple weeks ago, but they didn't close the state parks beaches, and so it focused everybody around the state park beaches, and so they got super crowded and stuff. And the other day, the sheriffs just like started making examples of people. Basically, I think they gave 22 tickets on the same evening to people who were like watching sunset
Between Solana Beach, Cardiff, and Encinitas.
Holy crap, huh?
Yeah. It's a weird deal, man. Like, that's the reason that I made that video the other day, man. It was like me trying to passive aggressively, like, tell my friends to fucking stay inside, you know?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I love your sarcasm.
Yeah, that was a great video.
Thanks, man. Jarrod, are you still parked out at Mark's, across the street from Mark's?
Yeah. I'm here right now. There's a couple guys here that have shops. And I've just been kind of posted up here. I was getting a little cabin fever last night. I went for a drive for aimlessly. Like I didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
I needed to put my phone down. I needed to not have camera equipment. I didn't want anything. So I drove for like probably an hour to an hour and a half of just like not listening to music and kind of just clearing my head.
Yeah.
So I did that, and now I'm back at the shop area.
Right.
I don't know if I should say this now, but Mark is getting new shop space, so it's even better. The situation's getting better than for me, at least it was.
Hell yeah, that's great.
But I have a shower in my van, as you guys know, so I have the only thing I need was water, and I have water now, so it's all good.
Dope.
That's great.
What's your deal, Shane?
I've just been kind of bouncing around like every 4 or 5 days. I'll go to a new location. Mostly because I have to drive all the way into town to get water and food.
Mm-hmm.
And my Max Air fan took a crap. So
Oh no.
yeah. And like, it's really like, it's important with my dogs. Cause like, even if it's like 75 out and I get in my van, it's warm unless the Max Air fan's on.
Right.
So I'm going into Phoenix because my aunt and grandmother live there, and I got like all the parts shipped to them.
Okay.
So going to pick those up, going to get the Max Air fan going again, and then I'm headed back into California, up into the Alabama Hills, up into like Mammoth, like through all that area, and then eventually getting to Oregon.
Nice.
The plan.
Yeah. Latitude is a good way to manage your temperature too. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot out in Phoenix. So I'm gonna need that fan going. I'm pulling over right now.
Oh yeah.
I can actually talk to you guys. Oh,
I was about to give you some shit because I was like, dude, it's hot in your van and you're driving to Phoenix, but I didn't know that's the worst place to go if you're hot.
yeah. I didn't really know what else to do. Because like the next 2 weeks, it's supposed to get like really crazy with the virus, I guess. I don't know. And Arizona, they're not issuing like, it's not like a stay at home like rule. It's just like they just advise you to stay at home, don't socialize. They're a little bit less lenient with that. So I feel more comfortable in Arizona.
Yeah. Have you been messed with at all moving around?
No, they don't give a shit. When I was in the Alabama Hills, the sheriff came up on me and he's just like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Good, how are you?" And I went to go like step forward to talk to him. And he's like, "All right, have a good one." Just pulled away.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't care. There's people on the road. There's still campers out. There's tons of people on BLM land. Yeah, people are still in stores. People are still doing everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super confusing to me to figure out like how to act, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I go to the store, I'm like stressed out, scared. I don't know if I'm being annoyed or what. You know?
What's up?
Yeah, what'd you say?
You looking at porn, Jarrod?
No, I got a message on the phone.
This is the worst thing about doing the podcast remotely is that I can't baby. You know?
You can't babysit me? Is that what you just said? I got my microphone.
Oh, what a sight. Look at this. You see all the garbage?
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking disgusting, man.
How are Millie and Bucky?
They love being out in the wild. Like, I've only put their leashes on them like once in the past month. It's been awesome. They just get out and just run. They just poop and pee wherever they want. It's great. And me too. I get to poop out in nature now. It's great.
How you doing on TP, Shane?
I got like 6 or 8 rolls like 2 weeks ago, so I've been good. Stoked.
Nice.
I can't find baby wipes though, and I'm all about that baby wipe life.
Bro, I just picked up so much baby wipes. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy in life right now because I honestly only use wet wipes over TP now.
Aren't they the best?
They are, man, and I think everybody should take this, as a note to like start using wet wipes. I have a set of dude wipes. I have Kleenex wet wipes, and I just bought baby wipes. I think I'm good for a little while.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
I was gonna say I was watching this really funny video about people discussing toilet paper and how they start off wiping themselves, like with the roll. They like how many sheets do you use, and do you roll it over your hand or not? And I'm kind of interested in what you guys do.
Roll it over your hand?
Yeah, some people will wrap their hand or whatever, and then turn around and wipe.
Yeah, let me set this up here.
Don't waste your TP to show us.
No, I got plenty of TP. We got plenty. So like some people will like roll it over their hand like this, and then take it off and then start.
Yeah.
We'll just take it off like this and then fold it. Or like how many sheets do you use? How many times you fold it? I don't know. I was really interested in it.
I have very limited TP left, so I'm not doing this. But I like unwind it and just wad it into a ball.
No, Jarrod.
What the fuck?
Oh, fucking animal.
You are an animal. You just jam it up in there. I hope you're kidding. I mean, because like I'm trying to conserve, so I want to know the best method. And like my method before was not. I was using like 10 sheets for like rolling it around. Like I was wasteful. So.
I will also admit that I was a pooping virgin in the van for the first 3 years, and then all of a sudden this crap happened.
Yeah.
No pun intended. And I have successfully pooped in my van numerous times now.
You have a nature's head, or are you just doing it in a bag?
I have a porta potty style. It's actually a Dometic, and I use for the pooping. I use a bag. So I went out and bought a whole bunch of scented trash bags.
Okay, good. Not paper. Don't use paper bags.
Shout out to
No.
Yes, aka poops in a bag.
Poops in a bag. No. I guess it would be easier to light on fire.
Yeah.
But no, I use like a nice scented, I guess Glad or whatever. I bought a crap ton of them right as the pandemic started, and I'm okay right now. I'm looking at where they are, and I have quite a bit of them. So I have a separate trash bag for my trash, and I have those as my poop bags.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you feel after your first poop in your van?
It was super weird.
Were you like upset? Were you upset with yourself?
I will say it's a learning experience. Do you guys if you guys poop in a bag, do you guys also pee in there as well while pooping? Like, because when you do into a normal toilet, you can do both. So
yeah, I try to go to the bathroom. I try to go number 1 first, and then do my number 2.
Yep. I learned that the hard way. I'm gonna be honest.
It's hard not to, like, because before, when you're on a toilet, you can go number 1 and number 2 at the same time, even if you want to.
Yep, it's great.
Not anymore.
Same thing with a composting toilet. If you have a composting toilet, you have to take that into effect. You have to take that into consideration of because you're not supposed to urinate into the solid side. So you have to like hold it in while you're in on a composting toilet. So and by the way, Colette, the reason I don't have a nature's head is because I still can't justify a $900 toilet. No.
Yeah.
We thought about putting one in the second van, and we never needed it in the first one. We didn't ever poop in the van.
This is all you need.
They have that. They have the same one.
Oh yeah.
It's a really expensive toilet, and we were like, we don't need it that bad. We don't.
Yeah.
Buy bathrooms, or if we're in the woods, Marty will enjoy having to poop in the woods, and I just won't.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with your teepee out in the wild?
I don't.
Good question.
Oh no, because I've been going up on so many campsites, dude, and they just literally they'll leave their toilet paper everywhere where they go, or they throw it in the fire pit. It's really messed up. Yeah, I've been pooping in holes, and then I bury the poop, and then I take the toilet paper, and I have brown paper bags with me. So I put in the brown paper bag at least, and then I roll that up into a ball, and then I'll throw that in the fire pit. Nice. So at least it's not like chunks of toilet paper with poop all over. I'm just sitting there.
Well, I feel like this is a segue for me to reveal my extremism, probably. I have spent an unhealthy amount of time in my life thinking about folding toilet paper.
Thinking about folding toilet paper?
To answer your question from 15 minutes ago, I fucking am so meticulous about how little toilet paper I use. If I were alone, and I was single, a roll of toilet paper would last me like 2 months, dude.
Yeah.
What? You poop like 3 times a day?
And I shit a lot because I drink way too much.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like 2 or 4 squares at a time. They're folded like origami. I hit the butthole like 3 times with that one piece of paper.
You fold it over?
Yeah, dude.
You fold it over and use it again?
Sometimes I'll even like fold it this way, wipe, and then refold it back this way and wipe it. I'm like Rain Man.
Dude, that's meticulous right there, man. Holy shit.
And so, when I'm out in the wild and I gotta take a shit in the ground, I usually just bury it with the shit.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, as long as you're burying it. Yeah.
It's paper, dude.
Yeah.
About like a joint, for example, it's like awful to throw a cigarette butt on the ground because it's made primarily of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
But my rule is if I would eat it, then I'm allowed to throw it on the ground. You know what I mean?
You would eat toilet paper?
I would eat paper. Filter on a joint, right? Is nothing but paper, then I'm allowed to just leave it because it's going to degrade hella fast.
How do you feel about people throwing banana peels like out in the public?
Biodegradable.
Yeah, but if you were to take everybody in the world in one day and say everybody have a banana and throw your peels out, there would be peels everywhere. And like when you throw them on cement, they don't necessarily, get into the ground. They just like get dirty and oily, all that crap.
They're pretty durable.
Yes.
When I see a banana peel on the ground, I feel like I ought to go and slip on it. That's gotta do
it. So you guys want to keep talking about pooping?
Yeah, this is
yeah, let's go into something else.
Jarrod's just himself at this point.
Yo, how'd you get that? I wanted to ask you, Jarrod, that video you just put up with the layout. Where'd you get that done?
That was me.
You made that?
Yeah, that was on SketchUp.
Oh, very cool. That's
what I have a degree in, asshole.
I don't know. I know you to make YouTube videos.
Thanks, man. No, I actually have a degree in design and architecture. So that was the free version of SketchUp. I am now about to purchase the pro version of SketchUp so I can start doing like drawings for people.
Man, I love it when people from Boston say drawings.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Drawings.
I watched I don't know why my Google just went off. I watched The Town last night, so I might have a little thicker accent than normal.
What's The Town?
You never seen The Town? Oh, it's a good movie with Ben Affleck where they rob all the banks and shit.
So I
Fucking
put 'em in the
Charlestown,
ground.
Mass. Well,
Did
fucking
9 years. I'm not gonna drink a beer, but I'm gonna drink some kombucha.
I mean, I just did CBD oil with you guys on camera, so.
Good shit.
Getting sublingual.
Can we talk about drugs on here? Are we allowed to?
Of course, dude. You kidding me?
I did my first edible ever.
There you go.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Mushrooms before, dude.
Yeah. I did my first, I guess, marijuana experience ever. I've never smoked ever in my life. I'm about to turn 37 years old.
Is it?
Yeah. Is my connection bad or is your guys's?
I think it's Shane's.
Mine?
Jane, you're the problem.
Am I good now?
Yeah. Stop going inside your damn van, Shane.
I'm sorry. I'll stay outside. How did you feel?
Do it on your own or with somebody else or what?
You guys are both frozen on my. Would you? Oh yeah. I did it with Mark and Vanessa.
Nice.
Did you have an experience?
It was not a good one.
Oh,
No?
No. I took too much.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I definitely should not have taken 10 milligrams the first time out.
Yeah.
And I tried. Vanessa was very peer pressuring me into taking 10 milligrams. And she's like, oh, it doesn't do shit. Like, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And I remember all of my friends telling me, like, dude, just do 5 your first time out. Get a little buzz going. You'll feel fine. You'll be good. I was super fucking paranoid.
Yeah.
And I was like high as fuck. And I just didn't know what was going on. And I was like, this is not cool. And I was like swaying. And like we were out in the middle of the wilderness. So that was cool. But like I had like premonitions of like being attacked by animals and shit. And like I remember going back into my van and I boarded everything up. And, it was not good.
I'm sorry, dude.
that happened to me my first time. I was
Yeah.
though. I had a Rice Krispie treat that someone had made, and everybody had a little piece of it, and I thought it was a good idea to eat the rest of it because I just didn't understand. And I didn't smoke a lot of weed at the time, but I blacked out and woke up in my friend's room, and I thought my other friends were aliens. I thought they were gonna murder me, and so I tried to run away, and it was like really bad. And I remember being outside, and I grabbed onto a pole because I thought I was gonna fall off the earth. No fun. You didn't. You have to know how to pace yourself.
Yeah, I learned a lesson, and that was, the first. I learned a lesson from, the first time, the 2 times I've done shrooms, and now, going into, the first time I did an edible, I now know for the next time not to be stupid. So, and not to listen to others. That's so important. Like if you know yourself better than anybody. And
I would have had you take a little puff off a joint rather than give you an edible. That's a whole different level.
I just didn't. I don't want to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first ever experience on any drug was edibles, and it was way over the top, man. It was like
How many milligrams did you take?
I have no fucking idea, dude. Like I didn't have a drag off a cigarette or a sip of alcohol until I was 21, and it was my 21st birthday. And my friend Julie was like, "Hey, come up to Davidson, where we went to college." She was working there over the summer. I'm gonna buy you a beer, and then we're gonna go to work tour in New Jersey the next day, which is like a 12-hour drive. And I was like, yeah, fucking, that's super cool. And because I wasn't like anti-drugs or anything, I just hadn't done it. And on my 21st birthday, I go up there. We're gonna go to the bar. That's the plan. But then somebody's like, "Oh, Andre's gone down to Charlotte to buy a quarter ounce of weed. Do you want to do edibles instead?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I have no fucking idea how much was in it, but it was like brownies, and I was so high that my my pelvic floor, you know, the muscle that stops you from peeing,
Yes.
squeezing it right now. That's a good exercise. That shit was going out of control. I thought I was peeing myself, dude.
Yep.
My friend had a crush on Julie, and the two of them, it was my first time ever fucked up, and I was babysitting the two of them vomiting in opposite ends of a dorm room. And then I drove all the way to Asbury Park, New Jersey the next day to Warped Tour, and we couldn't scalp tickets, man.
What year was that?
Fuck you. 2001.
2001. All right.
Yeah.
I was graduating high school then.
Yeah.
I was 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to Warped Tours in like 2005, 2006. Around that time.
Fucking geezer.
I was 5.
Oh boy. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, right.
So, how have you guys been interacting with other people? You said you went with Mark.
I walk right up to them. I give them big hugs. I sometimes give the girls kisses on the cheeks, and I braid their hair, and you know, we all frolic around naked a lot. You know, this normal stuff.
Yeah.
I honestly keep my distance, you know, even though we're all quarantining together around like Mark's shop. We're all kind of, you know, for me, I'm pretty much living here, but for the others, I don't know where they go. Although they tell me that they're going strictly home and then they're coming here if they are working for Mark or they're working for other people, another shop that's here. So, you know, I keep my distance from people, and for the most part, I do have to trust the people that I'm around, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you gotta keep your distance, you know? So, I ordered a mask, like a really nice mask. So, I haven't gone out into like a grocery store in probably 10, 11 days now. So,
I was listening to this guy talk about like homemade masks and those masks that you like rewear, and they're like worse. They spread it even more.
They do. That's why I went out and spent money. I spent like $25 on a freaking mask. Well, I'm messing around.
I think it's from people like touching their mask and touching things. Like,
Yes.
Immune, you know.
Yes.
If you're not being careful, if you're not cleaning it properly or touching it properly, then it can be a risk. It can catch things, and then you touch it and you touch other things.
Yeah. Yes.
That's how it's spreading.
And it's also like I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
Since day one, they were saying, "Oh, just make sure you wash your hands, don't touch your face," and like everything else was changing with the coronavirus, but that was staying the same. Mm-hmm. So it's like, is it like, because my hands are like raw right now from washing them so much.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, it's like, and washing your hands for 20 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Dane, reset.
Do you hear?
Yeah. Say your shit again.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay, like washing your hands for 20 seconds, they say, and that kills the germs. Do you have to wash a plate and a glass for 20 seconds to kill all those germs too? Do I have to sit there and scrub a plate, one plate, for 20 seconds?
Well, the virus is supposedly on certain surfaces for a certain amount of time. So they have found out that like stainless steel, it stays on stainless steel for up to 3 days on stainless steel. On other materials like cardboard or wood and other materials, it can be off those materials within hours. So plastics and ceramics are also different things. You can actually do some searching on that. But here's the thing, like, you know, going through numerous amounts of doctor's visits, because I had cancer at 19, and I had to get 3 different opinions. And that's because, to be honest with you, my whole, like, doctors don't know. And I still think, like, even with this virus, a lot of people just don't fucking know shit.
Yeah.
So they're saying this works or that works, or, you know, stay away from here, or don't go there, or don't do this, or don't do that. It's like, I think they're making us stay home because they don't fucking know.
Exactly.
We don't know
Yeah.
shit. And it's like, let's quarantine everybody until we figure this shit out. And I think that's what they're trying to do. That's just my personal take on it, but
I think you're right. I mean, and I think that's what they're saying. You know, it's like the vaccine is super far out from being available to anybody. I mean, shit, we're barely even getting tests to people, right? And
And I heard they're starting to use the malaria. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Well, what does the test even mean, though? Because, like, say you're negative, the next day you could be positive. You could come in contact with it. So it's like, why get tested?
Yeah, but at least you'll know. And you actually, so the new tests that are going to be rolling out.
Okay, it doesn't. If I have it right now, it doesn't matter to me because I'm staying away from everybody for 2 weeks. It's like, what do you need to know to get tested? Why do you need to know?
The test they're trying to roll out right now is they're trying to see if you've had it, have it, and you can't tell if you're going to get it. But it's mostly like if you've had it or if you have it. So they'll be able to tell with this new test whether or not, or at least this is what I've heard, whether or not you've had it already and you're just asymptomatic to it. So that's what I think they're trying to do, because I think they're trying to find, obviously, a vaccine for it, or not a cure, but like a way to, you know, kind of stop this. And there's going to be something in people's DNA and blood that does have a blocker to it. So it's a biochemistry thing that I just don't know enough about.
It's like that movie Divergence.
Thanks for putting it in context. Yeah.
You know, I've heard you know, hot water and lemon cleans out your mouth really well. You know, obviously, like a Listerine or like gargling salt water, like anything like that to break up germs. You know, kind of just, you know, shit like that.
I was watching a person at the grocery store. She was wiping down every single cart, and it like made me think, like, when have you ever done that? Honestly, what did they clean the cart handles?
It's brand new, dude.
Yeah, and like even now when you touch them after they clean them, they're all gross and sticky from all the cleaning product. It's like, is that like a place that germs can gather now? Because it's like, it's sticky because they're wiping them and washing them so much. I don't know. I just think everything we're doing is just, we're going to learn the hard way, honestly.
Back in the day, my joke used to be that, like, about your bells, that the thing about sanitizers is that there's still poop on your hand. It's just not.
Yeah.
Now, right? And that was a flippant joke that I was making years ago. But now, fucking yeah, dude. Like, whatever's on that handle of that shopping cart, as long as it's not going to kill me, or what I'm more worried about, honestly, is not getting the virus and falling ill. It's getting the virus, not knowing it, and giving it to some other people and shit.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea what the fuck I was going to say. I forget now. Awesome. Jesus.
Yo, those edibles are still working on you, bro.
2 weeks ago.
He's thinking about Ben Affleck.
Shane, what you said that you're moving around because you're like getting bored and shit. Who have you interacted with? Who are you seeing? Are you just like
Millie and Bucky?
I haven't I haven't talked face to face someone or touched someone's hand or anything since March 18th. I've just been by myself in my van. I've showered 3 times off the back of my van with the outside shower. This morning I took a shower. It was freaking cold, but at least I got a shower in. Like,
that's great.
It's like, I've been roughing it. Yeah. I miss people.
I feel bad because I feel bad. I have a really nice like hot shower, like water on demand. You know.
Yeah. I warm up a pot of water on my little stove.
Yeah.
And then I get that boiling, and then I fill the other half with cold water and get it warm. And then like at the end, I get to pour that over my head. Dude, it is like heaven. Slowly pouring a pot of water over your head. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to shower. I would just like I grew up, my family sells hot tubs. So I grow up like in hot water all the time, like soaking and stuff. And like, I use it for recovery and all that stuff. And like, dude, I want to be in water so bad right now. It's driving me crazy.
Hey, Marty, are you seeing this countdown? It says remaining meeting time 3 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we'll stop this and restart. How's that?
Okay, I'm just letting making sure you know.
You got anything to do? You want to start up another meeting in a second?
Oh yeah, dude, you're looking at what I'm doing. Like, I uploaded a video today. I'm good to go.
All right.
Look at you. There's Jarrod. Hey, Jarrod. Hey, Marty. Hey, Clyde. How you guys doing?
Long time.
Colette told me something during the intermission.
What's that?
Oh, I had a dream the other night that I got hand sanitizer at the store.
What was that like?
It was exhilarating.
Did you see the guy that bought all the hand sanitizer and tried to sell it on Amazon? They like flagged him, and now he has like a garage full of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I think that he gave it away or something. You're like, wow, you're so heroic.
Is that the guy that can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the guy that had like $1,700 worth of hand sanitizer?
It was more than that, dude. He spent like 40, 50 grand.
Oops.
Yeah. It's a bad investment.
Well, you guys have I have allergies every season. Are you guys having bad allergies right now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah,
right
pretty bad.
It's really bad. Like I'm getting allergies in my throat, which I normally don't get, like unless it's really, really bad, and it's there.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sleeping with 2 pillows right now just to keep my head elevated a little bit, because like
I was gonna say, what does that fucking do? But okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, honestly, try it. Try one night just sleeping with 1 pillow, then the next night, and see how much clearer your nose is.
Well, I only sleep with 2 pillows.
Yeah. Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
I got these little guys, these little bad boys.
What's the name of the bed that like conforms to different shapes and shit?
I don't know.
Well, we all have that. It's memory foam.
It's all but it's on the internet. They've been advertising it. It's like a no. Tempur-Pedic?
I think I saw that.
It, yeah,
was it purple?
Well, the ones that like they move and like they tilt you forward. It's for like
it's a mechanical.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one of those.
Did you?
It massaged you and everything.
I can't, dude. I didn't even know you were 8 years old.
Did it jerk you off in the mornings too?
No, it had different modes. Like I would get off of work and like I'd be in work boots all day, and I would get home and like put it on this certain angle and put my feet up, and then you put the massagers on down by your feet. Dude, it was luxury living. I was living the dream before.
Now you just live in a van.
Now I live in a van. I was making $100K a year. I had a sick house, a sick truck, and now I live in a freaking van that's almost breaking down. I haven't touched anybody in a month. I had a real shower in a month.
One of the things I've been wondering about is like, maybe you guys can, you're both single dudes. Maybe you can speak to this, but like, is video conference orgy a thing yet?
Dude, have you seen Demolition Man? I thought about this. the movie Demolition Man. Do you remember how they had sex in that movie?
Oh no, I don't. I've seen that.
It
movie
was
for a fucking million years.
Sly Stallone and Sandra Bullock. She looked amazing. I mean, she still looks amazing, but she looked great in this movie. I mean, shit, Sly Stallone looked amazing in this movie. And they had sex. I know, right? They had sex.
Fucking computer.
On a VR set, yeah. They were having like VR virtual, like, but you could feel each other. And he like ripped off the headset, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And she's like, "That's how you have sex. That's where we're going."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen those?
No.
I went to the porn convention a few years back, and they're like these like dildos, and like if you go like this, and then the guy on the other hand has the fake vagina over his penis, and then the girl strokes it, and like you literally have sex with somebody online.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like I've met girls before, and like, you know, they want STD checks and stuff like that, you know, before you start sleeping with them and stuff. Like, that's fine, but like, is the new future, is it going to be like, do you have to like show them paperwork or something, like just to meet them face to face, like to have a real date? Like,
there's always going to be something it's always going to be special. It's always going to be supreme to have skin to skin contact.
Yeah.
Body contact.
That's what she keeps telling me. I'm funny sometimes.
I gotta keep up with the immunities, you know.
What is that?
It's a immunity shot.
Oh yeah. I've seen those.
Where do you get those?
I got it at a grocery store when I went like 10 days ago, whenever it was. I honestly, all the immunity shots that were there, I grabbed like a handful. So I grabbed like 6 or 7 of them.
Hoarding immunity shots.
Yeah, it's not cool. Oh, just let you guys, if you guys can't find like toilet paper or paper towels, just go into a big Walmart and go into the RV section, and they got boxes of paper towels and big things of toilet paper. And the cool thing about their toilet paper, like, and their paper towels, they like dissolve faster. I don't understand why everybody doesn't use those, but yeah, there's a little secret for you.
Hey,
you want to know a better secret?
Just use the hose.
No, well, that too. Get into your shower. The other day there was there's a porta potty on site here, and the guy pulled up to clean the porta potty, and he opened up his back compartment, and there was just like a mound full of toilet paper. So I walked over to him, and I gave him like $10 cash. He gave me a whole bunch.
Oh, that's funny.
The other day, so Mark's getting this new shop, and he gave me a walkthrough the other day, and there's like 2 or 3 bathrooms in there. There's a shower in there in his new shop, which is fantastic. And there's in the store, nobody's been in this building. It's been empty for like 8-9 months. We open up the storage closet, and there's just a closet full of toilet paper.
Oh, right. Jackpot.
Mark's like, we're good for the year.
How's YouTube, Jarrod?
How's YouTube?
Yeah, has shit been shaken up? Is it getting complicated? Are you still making money? What's the deal?
I mean, I've taken a massive hit, like everybody, I think.
There's so much activity right now. Didn't like the servers go down on Instagram last night?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I heard like there was just a massive amount of people on it, and it just couldn't hold it. Like, everybody's on their phones right now.
In regards to YouTube, like, I think right now, for the first 3 weeks of April, at least, maybe even all of April, I think people are going to be so consumed with what's happening with the virus that they're not going to start opening up to other videos until they get so sick and tired of that other crap that they're like, okay, I need to do something with my life. I want to go watch other things. I want to entertain myself. I want to go and watch a van lifer and how he lives, or I want to go watch, you know, whatever, Logan Paul or something. I don't know. I just throw out a random vlogger. And then they're going to start, you know, consuming that. Or even like The Voice, whatever, you know, something that's like entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think that we're like I'm sure not just me, but other YouTubers across that platform have taken hits where they don't want to consume entertainment right now, but people will when we start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, there's that old saying, the night is darkest just before dawn, and the dawn is coming. We don't know when that dawn is. We don't know where that light is coming from yet. So I think it'll take some time. And I think once, because like right now, everybody's like, in Oregon, which is where I am, in Oregon, we've shut down all parks, public parks, boat ramps, everything publicly until September 30th. Holy fuck, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So people can't do shit publicly until fucking the winter, and that's when the next wave of shit's gonna come in. So it's like, okay, now we're stuck in quarantine again. So it's like, what the fuck? So I think we don't know what the fuck is going on. So man, we're in for a long haul with this, you know, and hopefully we can weather the storm. You know, the way I look at it, it's like, you know, Shane, you're 30, you know, Marty, you're 30, whatever, 8, you know, Colette, you're 20 something. I'm 37 in a couple of weeks.
Oh man.
So I think like we're just going to look back on this, hopefully, if we all make through it, you know, knock on wood, that we're all going to look back at it and maybe tell, you know, a generation, 2 generations below us, like, man, you know, this year, 2020 was the year to remember of like, holy fuck, the world changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of us, with the exception of Colette, remembers where we were on 9/11/2001.
I remember.
Oh yeah.
How old were you? 9?
I was in 6th grade. I think I was 12. I was 12.
95? You were? Oh yeah. Okay.
But
You were 5? You were 12, you said, Shan?
Yeah, I was in 6th grade.
I was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
You're so old.
I didn't really, I mean, I understood it, but I didn't really understand it until I got older.
And you were in Jersey, right?
I was in Pennsylvania at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Marty, were you back east back then, Marty?
Yeah, I lived in Davidson, North Carolina at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wretched, bud.
Oh, I keep getting cramps. I need to drink more water.
Yeah, man, the Boston was a shit show. Boston was an absolute fucking shit show.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in a really tough place right now because I'm alone on the other side of the country with my 2 dogs. And for me to go home to New Jersey, which is a hot spot, doesn't really make much sense to me. And stopping at all the gas stations and like not being able to shower. Like right now I'm able to take a shower like, you know, once in a while, but if I'm driving cross country, I'm not going to be able to shower anywhere. It's like, I feel like I'm just like a walking, like virus spreader, you know, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Honestly, I want to get to Oregon.
You know, and Shane, I don't think you're alone with this. I think there's a lot of people out there that just are so lost in the world right now and what the fuck to do. You know, it doesn't even matter if you're in a van or if you are hunkered down in a house. I think so many people are like, what the fuck do I do in life right now? They're not working. There's no 40 hours a week doing some job. And they're all just like, what the fuck am I doing in life? And speaking from myself, I had that moment when I started working for myself last April where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Luckily, I was kept busy by building out a van. So I think it's actually quite essential and important for people to keep themselves busy, you know, including yourself, Shane, you know, because it's a mental fucking toll to sit around and do nothing. It's literally, it's draining. And
that's what I've been doing.
And it's like, keep yourself busy, like play guitar, You know,
that's
because
what
I know you love playing guitar. Write a song. You know, fucking jerk off. Doesn't matter. Just keep yourself busy to the point where,
but like, okay, so I came to I came to San Diego. I met you guys, hung out. It's like, it's not gonna, wherever I go, it's not gonna be the same. Like, even if I go back to San Diego, but which I don't want to do, but it's like, how am I gonna go to Oregon and meet people? You know?
Well, you can come and chill with me, dude.
Yeah, I absolutely. But it's like, am I gonna live there forever? It's like,
well,
what am I?
You can help me design and build my container home. That would be nice.
Absolutely. I would love to build it, dude. You don't even have to pay me. I just like,
I wasn't going to. That's perfect.
I just have like, it's like, I joined van life. I started van life to find myself and find a community, find somewhere where I can settle down. And then like the ultimate plan was to build vans out and, you know, build tiny homes eventually. But it's like, now what am I supposed to do for the next 6 months?
And I don't mean to like sound like a therapist right now, but why like nothing has changed with the exception of time. The only thing that's changed is time.
It's like, okay, I was going to go to Ben's and use the DIY cave to build out my van. They're not going to be open. They're definitely not going to open for months.
So unfortunately, right now, you're just going to have to wait until
exactly.
Open, and that's what timing. That's time. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
You know, but here's the thing: just know mentally that you're not alone in this.
I know. Yeah.
Marty and Colette, you know, what are they doing? They probably just fuck all day long. You know.
I'm in my refractory period.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the part where you can't get hard because you just did sex.
Oh, okay. Good job.
I don't have that.
It's because you're still young.
You're a kid.
I keep going.
Oh God, damn it!
There's no like, all right, give me a few minutes.
Just, I'm glad I'm on all
No, I'm there with you. It takes me about 15-20 minutes, Marty. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Not me. See, like some girls like it.
Again.
Some girls don't.
What is she whispering? She can't whisper on a podcast.
Oh shit! We only got 10 more minutes.
We got 10 minutes. We're good. We're good.
Oh shit! No.
Don't stop it.
We're still doing it. We're about to get to the crux of the matter, which is, I don't know.
Yeah, I just it's a lot. This is a big mental toll, and for me, it's been really difficult because my art form, what I work in is all about being with people, working with a cast, working with a crew, performing for an audience. Like, it's a huge community thing, and I don't know. I had a bunch of jobs lined up that I've been really excited about, and I don't know when they're going to happen. One of them maybe might still happen, but I don't know if the other one's going to get moved because it's meant to start the end of April. Like, and it's a 25-person cast. You can't do that.
You can't even have 10 people in a room, let alone 25.
So, you know, I'm trying to navigate something, an art form that's meant to be in person. Now I'm trying to figure out how I can put energy into that when it's just Marty and I.
This is going to sound really weird. Am I the only one that's thought about this so far? But are they still shooting porns?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're still recording. They're recording podcasts and stuff. People are still going face to face.
We're doing a podcast right now, but that's not a porn. You have to have actual intercourse with somebody to have a porn.
But
if you're standing right in front of somebody, like, and you still have the same amount of chance some other couple having sex or people having sex together, like, you're still gonna, you know, be able to contract the virus.
It's only porn with people that you're self-quarantining with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's going to be a lot of amateur shit, a lot of like OnlyFans.
Well,
shit.
girls online, they're probably booming right now.
No, you know, I'm not friends with one, but I know of one. I'm not going to say how and why. But they actually,
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we can.
Keep going.
No, actually, she actually reached out to me.
A link in a minute.
I just got it, Jarrod. We're cool.
She reached out to me like months ago because she wants to actually get into van life. And she started asking me a bunch of van life questions. And then I looked at her profile and I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I was like, are you going to do this on the road? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, cool. But yeah, she's actually taking a hit because nobody's spending money.
Really?
Yeah, she's also like, she's a little different, but yeah, she just recently jumped online and started selling like private dance videos, which I think is hilarious.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I have not purchased one, and I'm not going to.
Dude, people spend money on anything. Weirdos.
Yeah, feet fetish.
Dude, I just got tons of them, man. This person wanted to know my Venmo, wanted to know if I had a Patreon account. They're like asking me to send them pictures of my feet and stuff. And if like you look, you get that shit too?
No, but I want to.
Oh, I'll send them to you then. But like, it's really sad though, because like I'm always barefoot. I'm barefoot right now. And like, if you look at my picture, if you look at my pictures, you see I'll like cut off my feet, my pictures and stuff because of the weirdos.
This podcast is R-rated.
Sorry, you just triggered something, Jarrod.
I feel like there's a trend towards real people doing sex on the internet.
Yeah.
And
there's contraptions now that like Shane was saying, like a girl can be, blowing like a contraption and you put something on the other end on your dick and it's like she's blowing you.
Well, yeah, and even the website Jerkmate. Like, okay.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Yeah, literally you just like they're attractive girls and they masturbate in front of you and you masturbate in front of them. It's like we're at that point now where it's like we don't have to masturbate alone. We could go on the internet. Like I don't do that, but I don't do that.
No, we just get on Zoom and we talk about it.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we go from like talking about like
masturbating?
Yeah, like we covered a wide spectrum of shit.
So now
letting you guys know.
You guys are thinking about all the time during quarantine.
So,
oh man,
the porn industry it's taking a big hit from all this.
And I'm assuming that the porn industry is actually obviously a multi-billion-dollar industry. So it's like, I don't know, like there's other like I don't know. I'm curious to see how because to be honest with you, I think porn runs the world. Mm-hmm. Like if we want to get rid of like racism, and you've seen it over the last few years. If you watch enough porn, they started to be more diverse in porn. And I think that's actually what I'm telling you, it's true.
Right, dude.
I mean, because before, if you went back 20 years ago, it wasn't that diverse. You didn't see, all the mixes of races in a porn. And now you see it. It's beautiful. Lovely.
It's beautiful. All the different colors.
It's great. You have exotic with non-exotic. You have, all types of sex with all types of different people. It's great.
I'm glad they're doing it. But the question,
I'm glad they're doing it. Huh?
I think yes, there's gonna be stuff coming out on the internet, but it's gonna be like people who are hunkered down with each other. So like quasi-amateur porn,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
Like, I'm really interested to see what happens with like sporting events and stuff like that. Cause like right now, even the UFC, they're doing like private fights with just the fighters, no fans or anything. And like, that changes the whole dynamic to the fight. Like if you were to do a basketball game with just the basketball players, none of the fans, like the energy, that literally changes players. And like, I'm really
LeBron came out. LeBron came out publicly and said, "There's no way we can do that." He said because we need the fans there just as much as the fans need us. Like, and he, he's smart. Because it's true.
What else are you doing it for?
You know, a baseball game. You know, maybe a baseball game, but like,
Yeah.
no, not even, because I actually love going to games. I love going to baseball
Yeah.
games.
Boring as
Yeah.
fuck.
I love going. Like, I think baseball games live are so much better than televised.
Yeah.
But like a football, I'd rather watch football televised than being at the football game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you get commentary.
You would see
Yeah.
who's actually really in it for the love of the game, though. Like,
That's true.
You're
Yeah.
right, dude.
I
That's
need
very true.
football season
Yeah.
to happen. I'm going to be a horrible person if football season does not happen. I need football. I wait. Football season ends and I'm depressed until it starts again. We need football.
Imagine working your entire life and like you go to college for it and then you finally get signed to like the NBA and then this happens.
Well, if you got a guaranteed money, then you're good.
Yeah, but you're not playing. Like,
Yeah.
You didn't just do it for the money. I mean, hopefully not.
I was thinking about like, all right, so there's like obviously like, you know, $1 million people out there that have like, you know, big ass houses, and that's like not like us, right? We're all, you know, the three of us are living in vans and you guys are hunkered down in a house right now. But like, what about like the Shaquille O'Neals that like have everything you could possibly want inside of a house, you know?
Yeah.
And they have like basketball courts and they have like their own Ben and Jerry's or something, you know?
Yeah.
You get all these rich people that are like, stay home, stay safe.
Yeah.
Like, great, but also, what do you got going on in your house?
Yeah.
Probably plenty
Did you see fucking like Jimmy Fallon? Like they were going down a slide inside of the house, and I'm like, you have a fucking kid slide inside of your house?
Fucking
Yeah.
late, dude. You're doing great.
Crazy. Yeah.
I got some new Bluetooth headphones. You guys can't notice.
You're so technologically advanced, homeboy.
You have no idea.
Oh, you guys are looking pretty good. It's raining like a motherfucker here.
It's been raining here for like 10 days. It's been crazy.
Oh, wow.
So it's been nice the last couple of days, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah, I left the Alabama hills before it started raining, so I haven't experienced rain in like a long time.
Fire truck.
Fire truck. We're gonna go over and see Mark if that's okay.
Hell yeah, I miss him, dude. It would be nice to see him.
I don't know if I'm gonna give him one of my earbuds,
I
but
don't care about the podcast right now. I just want to hang out with you guys.
if I tilt my phone this way, does that help? I guess it does.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, Jarrod.
Hey, Shane O'Shane, where are you driving now?
I'm still on the 10. I'm about an hour and 30 away from Phoenix.
These guys are working.
Is that no matter customs?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm doing a Zoom podcast. Yeah, you guys can't hear what's going on, but I got Marty, Colette, and Shane.
Hey, Mark.
He can't hear you, but go ahead.
What's up, boys? Girls, everybody's,
Hey, man.
all the peeps.
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
I can hear him. His dude is fucking.
You want one of my earbuds?
They can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's awesome,
You can, if you know.
dude. Marty, your shit's looking good, buddy.
That last Instagram post was awesome.
And the last
Oh, the
Instagram, dude.
Post was really
You had me bent in half
Yeah,
with that last Instagram post. Thanks. Thanks for that. All right.
His fucking.
Special work.
No, but you're special.
You do you, boo. I want to show you what their one of their coolest things that they do are these like pill windows. You know, like the pill windows in vans.
Yeah.
Like this one right here.
Over there. Yeah.
These are the frames for them. Like the inside, like trim rings.
Oh shit. But that's like
Um,
too much, though, right? What do they cut it? Do they slice it apart or what?
No. It fits into the window. It acts as a frame because the reason it's that thick is because of the wall. You know, the wall is that thick. So all you really see is just a trim ring, and like I don't know if I can move this, but I'm going to.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
That's what fucked me up.
Okay.
yeah. So that goes like that right there.
Yeah, I
Cool,
thought it was like a foot deep. That was too much.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's 4 of them stacked on each other.
Word. Okay. Cool. Yeah, those are cool, man.
I don't know what they're for. There's a big ass solar panel right here too. I don't know what that's for.
I'll be there.
Is this going on one of your vans? Yeah, cool. Is it going on yours? Is this the 365? 365 watts of just pure joy right there for you guys?
Yeah.
Do they go through Tiny Watts?
No, they went through the local guy here, which is Light Harvest Solar. Tiny Watts, the only solar panel Tiny Watts has is the walkable deck one.
I gotcha.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, so actually he did get these from Tiny Watts, so I am mistaken. My bad. Rolo, do you want to come say hi? Come here. Come here, bud.
Hi,
You guys
beautiful.
want to... Hey, bud.
Oh, Rolo.
Hey.
You're so pretty, Rolo. Hi, puppy.
He doesn't care about me. That's Nomadic Customs dog. Hopefully, you guys, hopefully the people that are viewing this podcast are getting some entertainment out of this. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to show this right now. So you guys just saw all these trim rings, right? This is the unfinished. That's like unfinished. It's actually walnut, and it's not easy to do. I'm going to split this around. It's not easy to do that curve right there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like this is like a Marty Benson podcast or From the Van podcast, excuse me, because Paulette's obviously part of this, with a little mixed in with Jarrod YouTube. Anyways, this is the finished version of it. So he just put some oil on this bad Larry, and it's a beautiful like color tone to it. How many stains have you done so far? He can't hear me. He's got headphones in. Matt, how many coats have you done?
How many coats are on this? 4?
That's the 4th right now? Oh, okay. So that's how many coats they put on each one of those trim rings.
Right on.
Crazy. That's crazy.
He built my whole van already.
What's that?
He could have built my whole van already.
He could have built your whole van?
Yeah, we didn't put.
I finally got stickers, buddy.
You got stickers, Marty.
You gotta send us one so we can put it on the wall.
What's that?
They said they want you to send them one so you can put it on the wall.
I need your new one too. I need your new ProMaster one.
Dude, his chin strap is so dope.
His crap?
His chin strap is so dope. That goatee.
Oh, the goatee. He said this is so. Your chin strap is so dope.
Yeah, my chin strap.
So you guys got a little tour action?
Huh?
You guys got a little tour action of Nomadic Customs?
Yeah.
Not gonna be here much longer, but good stuff.
Where are you going?
When are they moving?
I'm not entitled to say. When are you going? Next couple of months is going to be a transition period. He has got 12 vans in and around the shop right now. So his main focus right now, and I'm speaking for him, so hopefully he's okay with that. His main goal is to get a couple of them out the door so he can start the moving process. But luckily, he's got people like me. He's got this whole team of people not only working on vans, but I've offered to help him do some moving. And I think he's going to take full advantage of that. So see how that goes.
Dude, I'll help out when I get to Oregon.
Shane said he'll help you move. So there you go. Marty, Colette, why don't you guys come up here too? We're going to have a moving party. You just need to, you need to quarantine for 2 weeks before you get here because we're keeping everybody safe. That's all.
I don't think I can.
Well, Shane, you literally have not been around anybody. Shane has not seen a human since March 18th.
Hey, what are you doing with the gas pump, dude?
Oh, I like use a paper towel. I don't have any gloves. I can't find gloves. But I immediately go in the back of my van and wash my hands.
Yeah. By the way, that's a really nifty thing to have.
Yeah.
to a sink at your disposal. And soap.
Yeah, and like when I get out of the grocery store, I'll come back into my van and I'll just like wash my face with soap and water too.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need to get some more lotion because my skin is drying out.
Me too, bro. I'm ashy as
I
fuck.
had to rub lotion on your face last night. You don't put it on yourself. I have to be like, here you go, moisturize.
She just waited for me to get fucked up enough, and she was like, "Okay, now you're moisturizing."
She just starts putting it on your face.
Literally.
I vaguely remember it, like middle of the night and shit. What's up with that red van, Jarrod? What's that?
So I'm not allowed to actually. They're hunkered down right now in their shop. I guess I can talk a little bit about it. That's Troy from Van Life Tech.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. That was hilarious. That's Troy from Van Life Tech, and he doesn't like to have too much exposure through the media. Number one, he doesn't like people knowing where he is, although it's pretty obvious. And he just, he's kind of camera shy. So that's one of his rigs. Like that's actually one of his personal rigs, the red one.
Okay.
So I'm actually like right now because there's the parking spot that I'm in. The parking spot that I'm in right now is one of Troy's because Troy had an extra spot. But they're in his shop right now. They're working on a van that actually is for an ER doctor up in Seattle. So they're trying to get it to him so he has somewhere to sleep after working 18-hour shifts.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. Like, and I was thinking of like if you're a nurse too, like Lindsay and Danny, like they could just go out to their van and go to sleep like right when he's done on the shift.
Yeah. Apparently, the days that he's off, that he just he's been like sleeping the entire time.
Yeah. The fuck was that about?
I don't know. I'm just making faces because I can see myself.
Yeah, life is complicated. Sometimes you gotta just do shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, allergies are fucking killing me. Well, I shouldn't. That's the wrong use of words. I shouldn't probably say that. But the allergies are definitely difficult.
We're gonna make seitan from scratch in a little bit.
What's seitan?
It's a vegan meat substitute that's made out of like primarily wheat gluten and nutritional yeast.
Okay.
And water.
Have you ever had mock duck, like at a Thai restaurant?
No, but didn't the coronavirus start from a bat? So I'm kind of against animals right now.
That's what they say.
Then be vegetarian.
You're anti-animal.
No, I mean, just be intelligent. I mean, don't fucking have bat soup.
No, I think that's bullshit. Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat. He's fine.
Is he though?
Is he?
I don't believe that.
That motherfucker's doing it, dude.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think he has like Asperger's or something like that. No, not Asperger's. What's the other one? When you shake.
Oh, Parkinson's?
Yeah, that freaking one. I think he has that one.
Dude, those are very different from each other, Shane.
I don't know why I said Asperger's. That's a type of autism, is it?
It's a social disorder, I believe, if I'm not correct. Is that right, Marty or Colette?
Asperger's is like is a place on the spectrum of autism, I think.
Yeah.
My understanding. I've known some people who had Parkinson's for a long time, and it's fucking intense, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lose like all control of themselves.
You know what's intense is this podcast.
It's 7 hours long. Hey, here's a question. Would you guys rather have would you rather be 4 years old in 2020, or would you rather be 85 years old in 2020? Like right now, would you rather be 4 years old or 85 years old?
So 85, that would have been, what year were we born?
85, probably.
55? No, that's not right. That's 65. So we have to go 25 for that.
30.
Yeah.
1935. You know, it's weird that you asked this question, because one of the questions I like to ask people is, if you could go back in time to any time in history for 1 year and then come right back to the place you are right now, where in that time would you go? In our entire history of time, I guess. And a lot of people always pick like the 70s and such. So those people that are picking the 70s, I think that they would all choose to be 85 right now, right? Yeah. I'm fascinated with the future, so I might pick, 4 or 5 years old, just because like it's interesting to me, like where we're gonna go, and if we're gonna actually even save the planet or not. But if I was to actually choose like a year, like I just said, I'd go back to the Roaring 20s, honestly.
Dude, like I don't know, seeing young kids and how they grew up with like cell phones and like selfies and technology and stuff. I'm so glad I was born in 1989. So right when I was an adult, Facebook came out, like all the social media started coming out. These kids are just growing up in like anxiety riddled environments, like getting bullied online. Like they can't put their phones down and not go online to not get bullied. It's like, I don't know.
But here's my argument to that. Like in every generation, there's always something that we're fighting against, whether it's cyberbullying right now, whether it's actual bullying. Like I was bullied. I was also a bully. So it's like, what's worse, being physically bullied, like, or emotionally bullied over, the interwebs?
No, completely. But like, I'm sure if you look at like the suicide rates in the 70s compared to now, like kids are just like.
Well, I think there's more access now than there was in the 70s.
Like everybody's on Ritalin or whatever you call it.
That's true. Kids. Now, but here's my my theory on. It's not even a theory. It's just like my take. Like I'm not the biggest believer in therapy. I think it's a good thing, but to like prescribe a drug to like certain, like, if you have a mental disorder, that's one thing. Like absolutely seek some help, and let's work together on making you feel better about yourself and whatever that disorder may be. But for like, I have depression and anxiety, but I can also work past it without taking a drug. So it's hard for me. It would be hard for me to be like, I'm going to prescribe or have somebody prescribe me drugs like ADD or Ritalin or Adderall or something like that. Like, I think that fucks with your mind way too much.
Yeah, but when it's a kid, he doesn't really have that choice. Like I remember my friend growing up, his mom used to stick the pills in like these cookies and make him eat the cookies and stuff.
Wow.
I think that's wrong. I think that's pretty fucking wrong, man. Like, I don't know, like that's parenting right there. Like parents should not be doing that personally, but like my brother Jeff, which is the most successful out of the 4 boys, I guess financially, but depending on how you want to look at it, success, right? He was on Adderall for like something like 4 or 5 years, and he says that he doesn't remember any of those years, which is weird.
Yeah, that's scary.
Have you guys been on Adderall? Any 3 of you?
For fun.
like snorting it?
Just take a bunch of it.
Yeah, I ate it. I ate it to help
Really?
study and shit.
It's like cocaine for high schoolers.
I took Ritalin, I think, once, and I threw up.
Like any person that I've known who's like a baller with business, like always getting stuff done and like can like stay up late through the hours, there's always like a little pill bottle that follows them. Honestly, it's like.
Well, here's the thing. What do you guys remember the movie Limitless? That's what Limitless was. They talked about that pill. That pill was Adderall.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just shake my head at it because like I've known people personally who take it and like they're doing really well, but like to rely on a pill to get your day done just doesn't make sense to me at all.
The fuck is that?
Chapstick.
It's
dry out here.
I was bullied in high school and middle school and elementary school too. But I never became a bully until I started this podcast. I fall down on both sides of the this conversation about like dependency and shit because like I need some drugs just because I'm awake, you know?
When I was going through college and we were, we had like studios set up for, because we were working all hours of the night, like building and designing shit, like building models and shit. There were a lot of kids there that were not obviously prescribed to Adderall and just fucking popping that shit to stay awake all night so they could get their work done.
Yeah.
And I for me, I guess my drug was energy drinks back then. I was addicted to energy drinks. So I can see your
grossest. Which one? Tell me.
You name the energy drink, I've taken it.
I've taken it.
I drank Redline for a week. I thought my heart was gonna pump out of my chest like that fucking alien from Aliens.
Yeah.
Like it fucking like it hurt.
Yeah, I used to drink Red Bull like 3 cans a day. In my locker in high school, the entire top of my locker was filled with Red Bull cans.
Just lukewarm Red Bull cans?
No, like I would get done drinking them and I would start a collection.
Oh, I see.
I saw a tweet once that said, Red Bull literally says on the can, do not mix with alcohol. And what do? Make sugar bombs. We are not a race made to last. I thought it was very funny.
Wow.
Yeah, I always like that quote. Just remove all the warning labels and let the world sort itself out or something like that. I forget how it goes.
Ooh, we talked about this. There's a reason that there are warning labels on stuff. Oh, with Katie yesterday. Like, you see warning labels that are like, don't do this, don't do that. And you're like, somebody had to be
already did that shit. Yeah.
This warning.
Yeah, because they got sued. It's like whatever it was, whatever coffee company it was that had that. They started the trend that you have to have caution hot coffee because somebody spilled coffee on themselves and they sued and they won.
That was
fucking
ridiculous. No, that was a crazy story. See, that they made it out to be the lady spilled it on purpose, blah blah blah. But if you research it and look at it, dude, she got burnt to shit. She put the coffee between her legs.
Well, that's
right when she got it in the car. So they handed it to her in the drive-thru. She put it between her legs. But dude, if you see the burns, it was to a different degree. The coffee shouldn't have been that hot. Like literally, like they took pictures of her, like her backside, dude, all her entire private area where the skin was like coming off. She was burnt to shit. It shouldn't have been that hot. And that was the whole point, that it shouldn't have been that hot. And she barely even got any money, but it became like this huge controversy. And like, yeah, people still talk about it.
Charlie.
Now we know what Shane's kink is.
What?
Well,
what are you making fun of me? Because I know weird shit.
I love knowing weird shit. I didn't know that one though.
Me either, man.
I know a lot of like random dates to movies. Like I can like, or like songs and stuff. I can be like, oh, that was 1993. They made that. I don't know why I know all this information, but I just know a lot of useless information.
I wonder about 1993. What happened in 1993, man?
1993? How
Yeah.
old was I? I was 3.5 years old.
God damn.
What year did Forrest Gump come out?
Forrest Gump, I believe, came out in 94 or 95.
94, you're correct.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about 1994 is these three movies were not only did they come out this year, but they were all nominated for Oscars, which were Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, and Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
Which one of those three won the Oscar for Best Picture?
Forrest Gump.
It's got to be Forrest Gump. I don't know. Shawshank.
Don't crash your van, Shane.
I'm good with it.
Forrest Gump won.
Yeah.
And I believe, I don't know to this date, but a couple years ago, the top movie rated by IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, was Shawshank Redemption, which I think is kind of interesting.
Wow.
And then you have an absolute stellar of a movie in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Wow, man. They don't make movies like they used to.
It's like any one of those three movies went up against another movie in a different year and they would have won.
Do you know what they call a quarter pounder in France?
Royale with cheese.
Dude, the dancing scene in that movie is my favorite part.
It would be.
John Travolta doing that little... Oh, man, dude.
That's your jam, dude. Yo, check this out. So you guys are both in your vans.
Yeah.
And what I've just realized is that when you live in a house, you don't care as much because there's so much more space. Like our background is bullshit. You guys both look way better than us, you know? Because there's just a white wall in a house.
In not really my defense, in your defense in this situation, I just put this wall in like a month and a half ago.
I remember, but it was dope. Even before it was dope, you know?
Well, this used to be the shelf right here.
Yeah, up on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got our Lagoon table last week, dude. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, I saw that it's holding Spin's weight.
Yeah, I saw that.
He just climbed on it. I was like, what are you doing?
Fucker.
But I gotta like do the actual table next week. But
So the name of this podcast, are you going to call it like From the Van, but not really From the Van?
I'll probably do an intro that'll last.
From the van, from the house.
Yeah.
we got better internet in the house than in the driveway.
That's why we had to keep
Absolutely.
I'd way rather be in the van right now.
Yeah, and the van. Well, that's the other thing. That's what I was trying to say is that the van is so much cuter than this room.
Oh yeah. Also,
Both your vans are really cute. I really like your second color schemes, I should say.
thank you.
How do you like the fixed bed?
Love it.
Insane.
We don't have to make our bed every day. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
I just did a movie. I just did a video about that, and I talked a lot about the bed and how it's such a big decision. Like you said, Shane, it's such a big decision whether you want to go with a fixed bed or like what you guys had in your last one, which was like a futon style. I'm still a big believer on the Murphy, so that's me though.
It's just for us, since we're two people, it works really well having a separate living space and bed space.
Yeah.
Because he can get up and make his coffee and not bother me anymore. And I can go to bed whenever I want and not bother him. And so it's just really nice for us.
And also, at the same time, you guys have a ProMaster. So, having the bed going horizontally instead of front to back, it makes a huge difference in regards to space-wise. A lot harder to do that in a Sprinter.
Yeah, for sure. I could, because if you're my size, you can do it in any hands. But since Marty's taller, that was
I'm so gigantic.
That was one of the big reasons we Went with the ProMaster because it's so wide.
Yeah.
Not gigantic, actually. Very tiny.
It feels like a mansion compared to your last one.
I keep thinking about this. Like if I were single, just alone in the mattress, I never would have moved out of the mattress. Like, and I probably would have gotten to the point where I didn't even fold the bed out. I took one like 3-week trip in the mattress and I folded the bed out every night, but it was just because the van was brand new, you know? If I hadn't just finished it and I was alone, I just probably would have slept on the couch, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I haven't slept in my Murphy bed since like the first month I was in my van, because it's just so much easier for me to take the mattress off of the Murphy bed, put it on the ground.
Oh, really?
And I just make this massive bed with me and the dogs.
Yeah.
And then it's such a pain in the ass, like, because Bucky sleeps better when he's with me, and like being above them, and with the slant also, because there's always a slant somewhere. If you're on the side of the road somewhere, you're going to the right, and it's just so much easier to put it on the ground. And like that's why I was asking, it's like the fixed bed versus the Murphy bed, because like it. If I made it a little bit bigger, my Murphy bed's only 40 inches wide. If it was like a queen size or something like that, I would be happy with it.
But... the fuck is going on, dude?
Is there a bug?
No, it's a fucking bee.
It must be so nice to just be able to sit down bare ass on a toilet seat, just take your time.
That's my weird thing that I've been doing lately is like, I sit on the shitter for 20 minutes, man. I really do.
I remember those days. Now, like, say it's like towards nighttime and I gotta go outside and take a poop, I'll take one of my pant legs off because I always worry about predators and I want to be able to run full speed if I have to.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
What the fuck did I just walk into?
I was talking. When you get there, like, dig your hole right away. So when you got to take a poop, you can just go right over to the hole. Because when you got to take a poop and you got to dig a hole, it's not fun.
Yeah, they teach you that in mafia school. If you were to go whack somebody,
Already dig the bottom.
They already dig the hole before you do it, so you don't have to spend a couple of hours out there digging a hole.
Yeah.
Marty's like,
I don't want to know why you know that, dude.
Yeah,
Goodfellas. It's from a movie, Goodfellas.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that movie.
A great movie, man.
Great movie.
You know what? Excuse me. It was Casino.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that from Goodfellas, but Casino.
It was Casino.
I'm familiar with Casino, but like the lines and all that, not too much. Except when he stabs him in the eye with the pen. Like, hear that, Frankie? Is that a little girl? Hear a little girl, Frankie? Oh, that's such a brutal scene.
Such a good scene, though.
Oh my god, the baseball bats. Oh no, no.
Yeah, that was a rough scene. That one kind of made me like cry.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
It was sad.
So what's up?
Where'd Colette go, Marty?
She's taking a shit.
Like, for
Good
real?
thing.
I don't
Or
know.
you just saying that? No, I was gonna say.
I made that up, but it's probably accurate. Who knows?
So I did during our break. I asked. Troy and I talked a lot about heating. He just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that not only his heat, but even like a Webasto or Espar heater pulls less power than a refrigerator does. But he also stated that for Marty, it would be best if you had a third battery, because you're doing so much cooking electrically that it's good to have that. Like, because if you cook a couple meals, you know, in the evening and it's cloudy the next day, or you know, cloudy that day, you could drain your batteries quite quickly. Put it that way.
I'm super curious to see what happens because we're supposed to have rain for the next 4 days or so. We have been the deepest trenches of our voltage has been like 12.5 volts. Like, we're fucking crushing it. And
well, on the lithium, it's different. So you make sure you look that up, because 12.5 is actually pretty low on lithium.
How's that?
So the lithium voltage is a different read. On a steady state on lithium, I believe you're supposed to be at like a 13.6. I think I can check mine right now. I'm sitting in sun right now, so I know that we're supposed to be a little bit higher. I'm at a 13.56 right now, and we're cloudy.
Yeah, well, when I'm saying 12.2, I'm talking about like in the midst of us using like the biggest draw, the biggest pull that we have. You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah. You're fine then. I'm saying I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're fine.
I'm fucking paying attention to that shit, like borderline, like paranoid. You know, I'm looking at it all the time. And when the air fryer or the Instant Pot is drawing as much as it possibly can, I'm on the thing, and we're still at like 12.2. So I think we're set.
Yeah, you should be fine. Like, it's like the one thing that I don't worry about now is power. I will say that.
Yeah.
You know?
You were running table saws and shit off of your van.
Yeah. Yep.
How big is your inverter?
3,200.
Okay.
But I just saw, you know, Tiny Watt Solar. You know, they stopped by here recently, and they're now in their kits. They have a couple different kit options. In their kits, they're putting a 5,000 watt inverter into their kits.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that son of a bitch. Like, their kit can seriously power an off-grid cabin if you wanted it to.
Yeah, a whole house. Yeah.
And it's funny, like, the guy that walked by me earlier and did the bump, you know, his solar company, he's only one of, I think, 3 in the state of Oregon that are licensed installers for Tesla. So his solar company. So with my new container home, I've already talked to him, and I'm doing a Tesla home system. I want an off-grid container home is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Are you buying land, or are you going to rent land?
No, I will never rent again in my life. It'll be a purchase.
Yeah, I want to do that with a tiny home after this. One that I can move.
I see. I just found a land right near where I am right now in Portland for 47.
4,700 or 1,000?
1,000. Dude, if I found land for 4,700, I would have bought it yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a no-brainer.
I don't even need a loan. I'll max out one of my credit cards for that one. I don't give a shit.
Is it like acreage, or is it just a lot? Like, I'm not familiar with Oregon.
It's a percentage of an acreage or a fraction, but it's pretty much a lot. You know, it's a lot, but there's fucking trees and shit on it, so I'd have to do a lot of excavating and shit like that.
Can I pay you rent to park my tiny home on the property?
So one of my plans is, and Marty, you're now the official person that you're going to put this out there. One of my plans is to have a container home for me, like my section of home, and have a separate area, like gravel, not gravel, but like cement poured area, and I might actually get a second like power station to plug in like 4 or 5 vans, and I want to call it Ghost Town.
Ghost Town. That's cute. That's very cute.
There you go.
So I want to create almost like a van village for other people to come and pay like a weekly rent, monthly, daily, whatever they want. You know, the people that I'm very close with, obviously, like Shane, I'm not going to charge you, dude. But you know, I am going to like put it out there on like whatever it is, like you know, maybe even an Airbnb. I don't even know if that's even possible, but like fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But then it comes down to who do you let in?
You know, they have to, you know, pay me.
Yeah, but what if they're like sex offenders or murderers or something?
Well, it's not like I'm not going to be packing, you know?
Yeah. I'm just being one of those people that just jumps to all the negative shit right away.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. But what happens if somebody gets murdered in their van? Yeah, dude,
I mean, it's a thought. Like, let's see how it transpires. But it's definitely something that I'm interested in doing in the near future. I think I'm still 2 years away from that even happening. So,
dude, like, even like when I was just in Joshua Tree, I saw a big RV parked out there, and you could tell these people have been parked there for months, and they're living in their RV for free out in the desert for probably like half of the year, if not the entire year. It's like, sorry, I had to get over. I feel like people are going to start.
You got pulled over right now. That would be so fun.
You can't pull over any further. You can't pull over any further.
The Schmozberries taste like Schmozberries.
He can't pull over any further. He's already pulled. I'll keep
you owe me You owe me like $120.
And littering man. Littering man.
Wait, like a quarter of shrooms.
Candy bars. Oh, we lost Shane. Where'd Shane go?
Oh,
I'm here.
Shane.
Oh.
Am I here? I'm here.
Yeah, you got you. Yeah, we're good.
It's telling me that I'm on low battery, but we're okay.
You're here, dude.
We've got you, man.
It turns soon.
Freaking out of these fellas.
You do. Yeah, perfect.
303 North.
This is the second drunkest I've been on one of these podcasts.
What was the first?
Oh.
Molly's. You were real drunk on Molly's.
No, I wasn't that drunk on Molly's.
Oh, I listened to Molly's. You were very drunk on Molly's.
The one I was the most drunk for was
Jeremy and Becca.
Yep.
I had to basically host that podcast.
Yeah, Colette did it.
It's so funny because like when we did our podcast at first, I was worried that I was too stoned before.
Corona.
It's not one of the symptoms. Sinus is not one of the symptoms.
Highness?
Sinus.
Sinuses. Oh, man. What a day.
It's just like all the other ones.
Yeah, right? What are you talking about?
I mean, I've been
It's
driving.
funny. I didn't move my van for days, right? And my heater is tapped into my diesel line. So I filled up before I parked my van for several days, and I had like all the bars on my thing or whatever. And it's actually been really cold here in Portland. So the day I did take it out, which was like 5 days later, 6 days later, I saw that there was one notch off of my my heat, off of my gas, my fuel or whatever. I thought that was really interesting. because it uses one, if it's on full tilt, which it never is, but if it's on full tilt, it'll use 1 gallon of diesel for every 24 hours.
That's not much at all. I would have thought it was more.
It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not.
Huh.
Interesting.
If you guys do get a heater, Marty, I would highly suggest a high altitude S-bar or Robusto.
To tap into the gas?
100%.
What's up with electric heaters, though? I want an electric heater.
Way too much power.
Huh.
Way. You're going to need 6 batteries for you to run that.
Okay. Understood.
So either propane or tapping into the diesel tank is.
Yeah, I got a little Mr. Buddy heater.
We don't have diesel though.
Yeah, I know you have gas. I wonder if Webasto or S-Bar makes a gas version. I know, like, for instance, like Troy's system, the heater force system I have, he does have a gas version. I don't know if they do. Although you could do what Shaden did, and Shaden put a separate diesel tank inside of his van.
That seems like overkill.
Yeah, I mean, it works, but I wouldn't want a tank of diesel inside my van ever.
You would. I thought the same thing too, but then like you think about it, it's like, you know, that's your heating source. So it's like when you do need fluid for your heat, you just fill that up, and it's going to stay sealed at all times. You can put it into a place where it's like locked in place, and nothing's going to puncture it or anything of that nature.
Or we could just never go anywhere where it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most van lifers, they chase weather. So.
Yeah.
That's true. Like me right now, it's 81 degrees.
That's too hot, bro.
Sunny.
Did y'all know Colette cut my hair the other day?
I saw that.
I'm never getting my fucking hair cut for money anymore.
Well, I've been doing my own for a long time.
You're doing great. You're looking good, homeboy.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't have to look good for anyone.
I mean, I just like to look
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane just looks good for no one. Because he can.
So I'm a single solo male traveler.
What's
hashtag?
You guys want to see what my bright lights look like? Ready?
Yeah.
So that's no lights at all, and then we got bright lights.
Nice, dude.
It's pretty bright.
Do you have LED camera lights and shit?
LED camera lights?
Yeah. I've been looking at those to like get my pictures better and stuff.
Me too. I'm about to buy that shit.
Yeah. The lighting is very important. You want like 3 different sources of lighting. One that like hits you from the side, one that hits you from the front, one that like comes in from the back.
You want a backlight. Yeah. That's why if you actually watch my most recent video, I use my overhead lighting, and it's all indirect lighting, which indirect lighting is the best because it causes no shadow. Well,
fusion.
Yeah. So look at the video and see how crisp the lighting is. It's fucking phenomenal. And I don't use any ring lights. I don't use anything other than that. But those are LED strip lights on my ceiling. Mm-hmm. So that is like the you know, lighting is rated by Kelvin on how bright it is. So that's a 6,000 Kelvin or 6,000 K. So because Kelvin's actually a temperature. But anyways, that's 6,000 K, which is the same equivalency of daylight. So I actually had one of those like Jackery solar panels. You guys remember, like the ones that open up, fold open? I turned on my LEDs, and then I opened those, and it would charge the solar panel.
Nice. This is another thing I've been thinking about. Like, Are people using video chat and going to sleep together? Have you done it? Have you guys done it?
I mean,
well,
no.
it was close.
Gosh, I'm so lonely. No, I have not.
I got a late call. I think it was last night from a friend. I could say her name. It doesn't matter. Yulia called me. We're trying to, keep in contact best that we can. She's in Florida right now. And, she video chatted with me last night, and she was like, she wasn't dozing off, but she was pretty tired. I was also very tired, but she's also 3 hours ahead of where I am. So, she didn't we weren't falling asleep on the phone with each other. But, it's kind of like, it reminds you back from when you were in high school and you had a girlfriend and you guys would fall asleep on the phone together. At least I did that. I don't know, high school, but maybe middle school. I don't know.
That's
No,
what
you hang up first.
Yeah.
When you were talking, Jarrod, about going on a joyride just to get out, I used to do that in high school because I would just be so bored that I would just, I'm like, I'm just going to go for a drive. And I would just drive around in circles for ages.
That it was probably the best thing I did mentally for myself was when I do drive, I don't put on music. I don't put on, if I'm going for long drives, I'll put on podcasts, but I don't put on music. And honestly, it was a very therapeutic thing for me to do because it cleared my head. I got to put down my phone. So maybe anybody that's a van lifer watching this right now and they need something to do to kind of clear their head and they're parked for a long time is go take a fucking hour drive somewhere. And honestly, it helped me a lot.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, when I was in the Alabama hills, I didn't have any service for 5 days. I would have to go a mile down the road on my one wheel to get it. And not being on my phone, not being like this, not even being able to listen to music. My anxiety just completely disappeared. And as soon as I got back into Barstow and I was around people and chaos and stuff, I could feel my anxiety coming back. And it was because I was on my phone also.
Yeah, technology is a big thing.
Are you still loving your one wheel?
Oh, I love my freaking one wheel, dude. Oh my God. I'm getting really good at it too. I think it's the greatest thing I've ever bought.
You do tricks?
I can do some pretty cool stuff on it, but I'm not trying to do tricks on it because you can get really hurt.
Yeah, dude. I've been rollerblading every day with the dog.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking scared of doing anything dangerous. I've been rollerblading for 30 years or some shit, but so I know how not to get hurt. But if I did have to go to the hospital, that'd be bad news,
Yeah, when I was 21, I went to, it's called the Flow House, and it's basically one of those standing waves that you surf on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I tore my UCL, basically almost tore my thumb off. It got jammed in this crack. And,
oh no.
Yeah. And I only have 75% of the use, or probably a little bit more, probably 80. And they had to put a pin in it for 3 months. And I have 2 anchors in there to hold the muscle down. It really messed up my hand. And I was working full time at the time. And ever since then, I'm not doing stupid shit that's going to jeopardize me from not being able to live a functional life because I couldn't even wipe my own ass.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
I had a really good time chatting with y'all.
Yeah,
are we ending this now?
Well, we could just go to sleep together if you want to.
All right, guys, we did it. That was episode 55 of From the Van. We talked about poop. Thanks so much for sticking around if you've made it this far. I really appreciate you listening to the show. We'll try to have somebody new on next week on Tuesday with another episode of From the Van.